Hello everybody, it's me Nelsy, and I'm back again for another video. It's not a review today, it's a discussion today. I've not spoken about this at all on my channel. I've not spoken about anything of it. Today I'm bringing it to your attention because it is the dawn of the first episode. The first episode has been put up on YouTube. Well, it's been put up through a different channel. It's actually been put up on, I think, a Chinese channel. Looks like it's been streamed in China. Somebody's uploaded it onto YouTube, so I don't think it's an official Machinima upload or anything, but the first episode is available. If you want to check this episode out, please check out the description below. I will put the link there, so you can go and check it out if you so wish. So, moving on. Now, this is going to be completely spoiler free because literally this is the first episode. A lot of people wouldn't have seen it yet because, like I said, I don't think it's an official upload because it's from a Chinese channel. I could be wrong, but it's not uploaded by Machinima because I've checked Machinima's YouTube page and it's not up on their channel yet. So it's obviously not an official one for Machinima. So, but I will progress. Basically I'm talking about Machinima's Kumbana Wars series, or should I call it the Prime Trilogy, or something like it's meant to be. Now, all I'm going to say is, like I said, it's spoiler free. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to talk about what I think about this idea, and also kind of little bit of my opinion of what I thought about this first episode. So, the whole idea of this Kumbana Wars series is, for me, I think it's very good because this is now for more the adult viewer, or a bit more of a mature audience than compared to the Transformers stuff we've seen in the past. In this Kumbana Wars series, we have been told, this isn't spoilerish, this is just facts, because we've been told this by Machinima, and when they've been putting statements out there to reporters and to the media and so on, they've actually said that it's going to be quite dark, and it is going to be, there's going to be a lot of carnage and so on. So, I'm not saying there hasn't been anything dark or any carnage or anything in past series, but it's been timid down. It's a very timid version of carnage, if you know what I mean. I don't know how you can timid carnage, because carnage is carnage, but what I'm saying is that, like, Beast Wars, G1 Transformers, all of it throughout the time, and there is some dark elements to the story as you go along, but it's kind of like it isn't too dark that it's not right for a child viewing, because there could be bad language in there. There could be anything if it's for a bit more of a mature audience, which isn't right for a young kid to be listening to. Even though they do, I used to play Grand Theft Auto when it first came out, and I was about maybe 13, 14. Maybe about 13, 14 when I actually played the Grand Theft Auto for the first time, and I could have been about that. And to be honest, it's never fazed me. I haven't gone out there with a machete and with a shitload of ammunition and just shoot the shit out of police off a rooftop. I've never thought about doing that because it's a video game. It's not real. But unfortunately, some people take it literally. But saying that, it isn't for a child viewing. But getting back on track, so Machinima Kumbana Wars Transformers, this was episode 1 today, and my opinion on the episode is, without spoiling it for you, I'm not going to say what happens, is I really did like it. It did have a dark edge to it, even though this is the first episode. It wasn't too, with this being the first episode, it wasn't like unveiling too much. It was only about 5 minutes in length. I think all of them are going to be around about 5 to 10 minutes each. Excuse me. So, yeah, so it was about 5... This was just slightly over 5 minutes, this episode. And all I'm going to say is it had combiners in it, and it had, you know, other characters in it. That's all I'm going to say. So you've got to check it out for yourself, because I don't know what's in it. But it was very good. It was a very dynamic episode where the fight scene was the fights that happened within that episode, that first episode, were very dynamic. I did like the animation. I'm very happy that it's not a motion comic book type animation like the previews have been, because I'm not a big fan of that. I'm really not a big fan of... I like graphic novels, I like comic books to a point, but I don't like it when they make it into an animated movie, because for me, it kind of takes the shine off it. I'd rather see a full-on animated adaptation to it, you know. But I'm so glad that it's kind of like tradigital. It's kind of like traditional and digital artwork in one. You can kind of tell that it's partly hand-drawn as well as like digitally enhanced, or, you know, digitally done through a computer with CG, and it's glorious, beautifully animated. And I really liked it. That's all I'm going to say. I really did like the episode. There's nothing much to really mention or comment on, because like I said, if I did, I'd mess it up for you, because it's, you know, it is actually quite a big thing what happens in it. But it's kind of the start of the whole thing with a certain character to go down the road and do whatever that person or that bot needs to do. That's what I'm going to say. So basically, it was a good episode. My main big overall thoughts on the whole prospect of the Combiner Wars series. I'm a big fan of this idea. I mean, not just me, a lot of the fans that grew up from G1 and Beast Wars and so on are now in their late 20s, early 30s, or even in there going into the 40s. Obviously depends. But, you know, we are now adults, and we are now wanting a series that represents us now at our our ages. We are now adults. We want to see a more mature, darker series. Many of us have been asking for a darker series for quite a number of years now, and we're finally getting one. Thank you to Machinima. The only problem I don't like is that the episodes are only like 5 to 10 minutes each, but that's Machinima. Everything they've done, whether it's a Mortal Kombat short, whether it's anything that they've produced at Machinima, every episode is like a web series deal where you're only roughly about 5 to 10 minutes an episode. That's the only thing I don't like about that. I don't like it. I want a full-on episode, but it is kind of how it's going to be, and it's all going to pan out over a few weeks or whatever it's going to be. But it's I'm looking forward to the next instalments, and the whole premise of this thing. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think the toys are very good. I love the toys. I love the Combiners. I love the toys are actually what got me back into collecting Transformers in the first place. Because before that, there wasn't really anything of any relevance, and I kind of stopped reviewing for a good, maybe about nearly a month. I stopped reviewing, and then when I went to Auto Assembly last year, I picked up the Combiner Wars Devastator, and then I also got Defensor from Toys R Us, and so on and so forth, and that pretty much got me back into collecting and reviewing again. So yeah, it's a good premise. I'm looking forward to it. Bring it on, a dark, gritty, in-your-face Transformers series that the fans have probably been asking for a long time. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. This has just been my general thoughts on the whole premise of this. So thank you, peace. See you all soon, and anyone going to TF Nation in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I will see you there. I will be there from Thursday the 19th, and I'll be going home on the Monday. So if you're there, I will see you then. So peace, bye-bye.